Good morning, or good evening, or wherever you are, or whenever you are. And it's an unusual one because I'm actually doing the reverse of my old commute. I'm heading out to Clane to talk to my solicitor about your fucking mischief. No, it's to deal with the last of the house-related stuff, to sign the deed so it can be sent off to the bank, and maybe I'll see it again someday. Also, it's a decent excuse for a pre-work ride, longer one than I'm used to. I'm out on that fiddy. I got a full tank of petrol. Let's do it. The old roads. Love it. Okay, all done. Literally signed a piece of paper and walked out again, so that's a decent excuse to get out in a morning like this. "56, slowed down, except the fucking speed limit is 80 along here. You fucking ticks." Welcome to Smellbridge. And I realised the last couple of weeks, or the last little while, I've been back to doing mostly weekly videos without really realising it, except for last week. I was away last week, I was out farting, so I didn't have a video up. And so when I get back, of course, 2 videos pop out straight away. One is this one, hopefully, and the other one is I had the bike in for a service there yesterday, and they gave me a bike to bring out, and unsurprisingly enough it was a BMW, and I want to talk about test rides again and how annoying they are, and how it might seem like I'm a dirty BMW shill on the channel, that, you know, I'm test riding bikes or I'm seeing bikes and it's a couple of mates' bikes, but it's also mostly BMWs, because the only real opportunity I get to test ride bikes or to ride a new bike is when this yoke is in for a service, or this yoke is in for, you know, getting looked at, and they give me something else to do. So I've done the F700 GS and the S1000RR, and I have the one from yesterday, which will be posted after this. Is the F800 GT. And it's kind of annoying, and I'm interested in people's thoughts, that I'm not the sort that'll go into a dealer and be like, okay, I want to test ride this bike, with fucking no intention whatsoever of buying it. Like, you know, I'm interested in hearing from lads who are in the trade either, as to, I'd imagine most test rides are like that. Like, you know, the person really isn't in the market for a bike. Like, you probably get lads to come in and just test ride bikes for the crack every weekend, and I don't think I could do that, you know, because first of all, it's me being sort of disingenuous and coming in and saying, well, yes, I may purchase your motor bicycle. Yes, well, I'd need to have a go with it first. And it's, you know, maybe that's what that people expect and they don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, if you want to go out on a bike, I don't give a fuck. Or who knows, like maybe the armed support unit is going to go shoot people today, but maybe not. I'm seeing them a lot nowadays. They must be following me around. Anywho, I'm kind of interested in what people's thoughts are. Do you like to just go test ride bikes for the crack? Do you leave it for if you're actually on the market? Do you consider it to be sort of bad manners to just go out and test ride a load of bikes? Because like if I knew that it didn't matter and people didn't care, I'd do a lot more sort of, you know, going out on the weekend and test riding a bike and seeing what the story is. Of course, being up on the F800 yesterday absolutely was like, no, I could not go to the F800 from this bike. But, you know, I would like to, especially since I'm on bikes like nearly 3 years now, but I would like to have ridden more bikes to see what they're like. You know, you see, one example I'll give is the Suzuki V-Strom. Is it Suzuki? Yeah, Suzuki. Where it's a bike that a lot of people have gone through or have had, or even the Bandit, like, that they, you know, a lot of people have had that bike. I've never ridden it, you know, I've never actually had a go to know, you know, what it's like. I've never ridden a V-twin. You know, it's a case of I'd like to have that under my belt and know what the story is. And of course, you know, more variety in test rides and in reviews and in gizzard shots on the channel would be good. So I'm wondering, what do people think? Do they do that? Do you go out and you just test ride bikes just for the crack, or do you leave it until you're actually serious about shopping around and buying a bike? And lads in the trade, is it just a part of the trade that you're going to get tire kickers all the time? I know private sellers get bored and annoyed with tire kickers, but is it par for the course when you're in the trade? If you're a main dealer, if you go into the lads at Triumph or Harley Davidson or some of those places, do they just sort of expect that their demo bikes are going to be out all day every day with lads going, hey, I'm not buying this, and is that an annoyance at all? So I don't know. Never know what to think, because I wouldn't mind riding a couple of different kinds of bikes, mainly since I was a wee bit disappointed in the GT, and it's probably an amazing bike for the person who wants to buy a kind of bike like that, but I would like to, you know, have a go on a couple of other things. And something else that came up yesterday when I was in is the chaps in Joe Duffy basically told me that they asked me who my insurer was, and then they put me on their insurance, basically because there's only 2 insurers in Ireland that covers you on test rides. And I think I kind of said this one before, is I think it's Liberty and AXA will cover you to test ride bikes. Everyone else you have to either get the garage's insurance or, you know, sort yourself out some other way. And so, you know, a lot of places will insist on that, in fact most places. So when I bought the Ninja way back when, I never actually test rode that because my insurer didn't cover test rides, and I, like a fucking idiot, didn't just say nothing. Yeah, if you're on a provisional license, you can forget it. And even if you're on a full license, in a lot of dealers and garages, I know Joe Duffy have their own insurance, but a lot of other dealers would not have their own insurance that would cover you, which is kind of shite. So getting to actually ride bikes that you want to just have a go of seems to be unreasonably difficult. Speaking of how fucking gorgeous a day it is, it's one of those riding down the coast road, taking the long way for no good reason apart from this reason.